Hey everybody, getting ready to do another stream here. Doing more retro Spaceball in Unity. Gonna be going through the list of the huge, massive, enormous list of bugs and try to check a few things off. Not quite sure where we're gonna start. I'm kind of thinking maybe the UI in the overworld, because if I do want to keep the overworld, like, that shit needs to like work properly. I don't know. There's a couple other issues that are kind of glaring as well with the arcade mode. So yeah, just kind of taking a look and seeing what I can change and working from there. But yeah, hang out for a bit while the ads go through and then we'll start. Alright, looks like we're ready to roll here. So I've got Unity open and I've got Trello, and this Trello is just insane. Just like absolutely bonkers. Let me turn down my headphones a little bit here, a little loud. Hopefully that doesn't affect everything. Can't tell because the stupid thing is covering up everything. Anyways, so yeah, here you can see I've actually added a few things from what I've, like the most recent update, right? So I think it's at 1.78 on itch. Maybe I should check that, but all of these are things that have been added but aren't available online yet. So, and I haven't really looked at the game in a while here. Yeah, 1.78 is the version that's available on itch at the moment. So I'm working on 1.79 and just kind of chipping away at like all of this stuff here. Like a lot of this, like, so yeah, some of this stuff, like this is for Steam, this is for trailers, this is recent feedback / analysis, got other games to check out. A lot of these lists are just kind of like these ones aren't really that useful, but these ones, they're just like chock full of bugs and feedback, and like some of it, it's like, it's kind of ridiculous. The whole thing is pretty ridiculous here. So like this is from like a long time ago, and I kind of wish, and maybe these are dated. Like this one I think is actually implemented, to be honest. So yeah, January 1st, 2022. That was a long time ago. So some of these are like really old now, and we go even further back, some of this stuff is just even older. But yeah, we've got like older bugs. So some of this stuff just needs to be cleared and like gone through and all that stuff, and that's just like this big undertaking now because this thing is just so bloated. Like, and some of this stuff, like the bonus rounds, I'm almost positive I'm getting rid of. This one, I'm pretty sure I fixed that. Obviously, new BGM track. Like, I don't even know what BGM track it's talking about. So I should probably just be cleaning some of this stuff as I go. But I haven't really been using those lists. I've been using these other lists. So I've got working on it and what I'm working on. Like when I realize that I'm just adding a ton of stuff to a list, then all of a sudden I end up making a new list and chipping away at that one instead. Like this tutorial tasks one, like so these are for like those little info like things that pop up at the beginning of levels. So some of the stuff like explain currency, like I don't even think I'm gonna be using currency anymore. Explain score and time, like I'm not really sure that's really necessary. Maybe show that you can dash into enemies. This has actually been done, I think. Or no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't, and maybe it should. Shooting the ball replenishes energy, like little things like that. Boost to move fast, like, yeah. Level 4 toot animation, bullet goes through the enemy shot, which is no longer what happens in the game. Boost to block bullets. Yeah, so there's all types of things that could be added to the tutorials, but that's kind of like its own task in itself. Anyways, this one here is kind of important. I added the arcade mode, so these three are like arcade mode ones. the pinball level just loops, right? Once you get to it, it just keeps looping, but you shouldn't get to it in arcade mode because it's not an arcade level. And that kind of has to be hard-coded because it's just going through a list of scenes, and then so all of the scenes are in that list. And unless I create like a separate list for scenes that are in, yeah, maybe that's the way I should do it. I don't know. Either way. Anyway, so let's take a look at the overworld. And I'm not even sure what that's called. Hub world. Okay. Oh, and that reminds me, we never figured out the subtitles for Twitch on this computer. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Alright, so this thing's got its own issues, but it's like a whole thing, right? So we've got cutscenes, ready, customize, upgrade, store, stats. All of those are like half there, not really there. It's kind of ridiculous. Then we've got these ones where it's like the planet surface. So if we open it up, you can see it's kind of a mess because there's all this other shit in the way. We can see it here as well. So let's take a look at how this works a little bit here. We've got this start dialogue. Gonna have to dig through the innards a little bit to get my bearings. So this, let's see, on enable, on disable. So these are bringing up actions, on close, on, yeah, on close dialogue text, right? So those get called elsewhere. And let's see, wait for seconds, merchant arrow, delay time, merchant arrow. So yeah, I'm not really sure why it's, I guess I made this for the merchant. I never really used the merchant because there's no things to buy. Let's see. First dialogue text. Explore dialogue text. So there's these animation ints. I don't know why they're 1 and 7, but they are. So station player control script probably has something to do with things here. Let's find that. Oh. Alright, so there's that right here. So this is for the station menu, so we don't really need to worry about that. We want to find where this like allows you to move between these two options. So this is where it's asking you if you want to go to the surface, and this one actually seems to work fine, so maybe that's not the one we want. But this one, what does this one say? think it just kind of all uses this merchant dialogue thing. I think that was like the first dialogue that I made. And then I realized I could use it for all of it. Alright, so what does this say? What would you like to do? Teleport to space station for more zones, replay these zones, or explore the solar system. Right, so while this is open, it just makes the typewriter UI stuff, and all of these have that same thing going on. Alerts the image color. This changes the avatar. So my question is, where are the controls? They're probably on the player. Yeah, this is a mess. Okay, so the player is within the build manager. The build manager was actually an early thing where it was like deciding what platform it was and then changing things, mostly for mobile. But yeah, there's like a mobile canvas and a desktop canvas. So when I was making a mobile version, I could just easily switch desktop build on or off, and it would adjust accordingly. But then everything got like, it was made into a prefab, and then I unpacked the prefab and it's just still there. Like, and then I get afraid to move things because I don't want to break things, and it's like not even being used anymore. But yeah, it's kind of a mess. I'll just keep saying that over and over again. Somewhere in here there is a controller. Station player control, player explorer control, merchant player control. I want to say it's this one. But I don't know. Oh, wait. There's this surface planet one. I think this might be it. Let's take a look at this. So press right and encoding overloaded. Consider turning down bitrate. I just turned up the bitrate because last time it was telling me it was too low. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I did it backwards. Anyway, so yeah, this seems to be what we're doing here, but this is like the planet menu? Planet menu left, planet menu right. What does this do? The planet surface menu. Alright, so and cursor needs change. If option position int equals 0, 1 for each position, increase, move, player moved cursor right or down. So it increases false, decreases false, and then it increments the number. If option position int equals 1, So after it, if it's at 0 and then it changes, it should move the starting points and the destinations. But somewhere there's a bug where it's like not moving to the right destination. And it's kind of hard to pinpoint. So let's go into play mode and see if we can repro the bug. Well, that right there is a bug, that it's not putting the navigation in the right spot, which is kind of annoying. But that's not the bug that I'm trying to figure out. That should be a bug that we should figure out. Maybe I should add that to the list, just so I'm feeling like I'm doing something. Yeah. Navigation arrow doesn't always point to planets after choosing navigate to planet. And you can see how things get filled up easily. So anyways, I know the planet's over here somewhere. I must have missed it. Here it is. So this one, there's like a slight delay, which is super annoying. But you can see over here, it's moving between the two. If we click it again, you can watch those numbers change. Reno219, hi, hello, how you doing? Welcome in. I'm doing some game dev in Unity. I'm working on a project that I started way back in 2017. It's got a whole bunch of old code. It's not very well organized. It's very much an old project that needs a bit of an overhaul, really. And honestly, it's such a pain. I'm thinking about cutting this whole part of the game because of it. Noise. Yeah. So I feel like this number is too high. I know it's only 0.7, but like, can we get it down to like 0.3 maybe? It still feels like there's a... So... The delay is actually what's preventing you from hitting the button twice in a row. So maybe that doesn't need to be changed. Maybe this needs to be faster. Hmm. Okay, so that slows it down. Let's make it faster. So that feels a little bit more zippy. I kind of like that better. And then we can decrease this. That actually feels a ton better right off the bat. I've gamed with you, but didn't know you streamed. Or do you mean gamed or gammed? But yeah, I do stream. But yeah, I think I noticed that you just followed me yesterday. After gamed, I guess. Yeah. I was wondering what gamed was. You've gamed with me. I think after I rated Zawesome, you followed, I believe, right? But I appreciate it, you know. But yeah, I do stream. Mostly I do game dev stuff. I do play some games on stream. I play with Zawesome occasionally. I play with Indiana though, right? Yes, I do. Yeah, I play with Indiana. So we probably play Peak, right? Or something. But yeah, it's hard for me to keep track of everyone, especially on Peak, because we play with so many people. But I think it was Peak with Indiana. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. And yeah, I think we're playing Repo on Thursday. I think there's like a limit of 5 people on that one, or maybe 6. I think it's 6 actually. I don't know. I just got the game, so I don't really know much about it. He's been a good friend for years now. Cool, yeah. I've been acquainted with him for a long time now, but just in the last year we've become more friends and playing games together and stuff. Recently I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky off stream and on stream with Indiana Crones. But yeah, we played a lot of Sea of Thieves together. You can mod it like Peak. Oh, cool. I wonder how much that would change the gameplay. You need to play some No Man's Sky with him. Yeah, he's on all the time. He plays it a lot. Cool cat to play with. Although he doesn't have his mic set up on No Man's Sky, which is a little bit of a bummer. But you can always join Discord and chat if he's available. So honestly, I feel like these settings are better. What was it? 10 and 0.3 and 1. So I changed this to 1, this to 10, and this to 0.3. I think that worked better. You don't play Sea of Thieves? Is that what you're trying to say there? I've known Indiana for 4 years now, I think. Cool, yeah. I think I first started dropping into his stream about 5 or 6 years ago, and you know, I was friends, or I'm friends with the Electric Mindset, and Electric Mindset and Indiana Crones have been friends for even longer, and so that's how I was introduced. There's a Quagsire in chat if you play the Pokemon game. I'm not really sure how it knows which thing to do when you're at the surface. Makes it difficult to test. You don't know that name? You play with Cardboard Tear and Snake Eyes. Okay, cool. I know Cardboard Tear and Snake Eyes from Peak. They've been part of Peak a lot, so that makes sense that you were part of that crew. The Electric Mindset, he is kind of like, he's a little bit of a loner when it comes to like playing games. He kind of plays a lot by himself. He used to stream like all the time. Lately he's been working more, so he doesn't stream as much. But yeah, he was always kind of reluctant to have like collabs and that kind of stuff. Like, but he's a cool guy, and he's been around the scene for a while. This dude started content creating back in the early 2000s, back before YouTube was even called YouTube, I guess, or something, before Twitch was called Twitch, and before YouTube was a thing. He was on Google doing Google videos, trying to do content creation that way. So he's been around for a while. But yeah, like, never made it super big or anything like that. He's just always kind of done it for the love of doing it, right? Really cool cat though. I can shout him out, actually. I should, we're talking about him. Oh, you got the ad? Sorry about that. So let's see if we can go back to the start and jump to the end of a level. Where is the start scene? There we go. And so we saved that change to the UI there, so hopefully that helps with that a little bit. So we've got this beta thing here, and so like after level 5 it should give us the option to like that 3-way option thing, and I think that's where the bug is happening. So let's just beat this level really quick, and we could cheat to beat the level, but it's a really easy level, so I don't think that's really necessary. This is still at the early spot of the game, like the 5th level. The first level is hardly a level at all. It's basically teaching you how to play. But I think we should be coming back from the ads at this point, so sorry about the ads. It's always hard to tell when the ads are over precisely. But anyways, we're cheating to beat, or skipping to level 5, beating level 5, and now it should give us a different UI option than what we had before. And I kind of want to see what happens at this point. Wait, now it's just going to level 6. Why did it do that? It's supposed to go to the regular world. I think something happened here. Oh, maybe it's because it was on arcade mode? See what it does now. We've switched to story. Alright, so it looks like it's there. And hey, it's working. So this is what we wanted. And it seems to be quick, although it does move funny on that last one. It seems to be not making whatever mistake it was making before. It's so weird how it's like at an angle there though. Like these two are fine, but between those, it's got like this weird diagonal. I think it just needs to be scooched over. Yeah, it needs to have the same X. So, canvas, Corona Dialog 3 options. Alright, so that's where we need to go to fix this little bug. In the hub world. And then canvas dialog 3 options. I thought that's where it was. Where? Oh wait, here it is. So we've got these options here, and the X coordinate should be the same for for all three of these. I don't know why it wasn't. So that should fix that. Oh yeah, we don't want that on when we save it though. So hopefully that fixes one of the UI bugs, because it was a little bit clunky, and it was acting funny when it was at the next planet. So maybe we should try that one too. Oh, I guess this isn't the best way to do that. But yeah, Reno, if you're still around, I'm curious if you stream, because if you're you know, friends with Cardboard Tier and Snake Eyes, I know they stream. Right? I know Cardboard Tier streams. I think Snake Eyes streams. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So I'm gonna go back to the start scene. And this is where the game starts, right? And then we're gonna hit play. We're gonna skip to the end of Planet 2. I need it to be bigger so I can read it. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm trying to remember what. So if it starts there, then oh, level 10. That's the one. I'm like, for some reason I didn't see level 10 up there. And this one is a little bit more longer of a level. So let's just cheat to skip it. We'll just grab the pinball and the player. We can find that somewhere in here. There. And we'll just drag it up to the top. And then... oh. There we go. Just skip the boss altogether. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. It'll probably go to the next level. Alright. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the main menu. and then go to story mode and hit continue. And it should just like put us at the end of planet 2. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So now we can test this. And this seems to be working better. Of course, there shouldn't be enemies coming to attack you, because that's gonna screw things up. I don't know why that happened actually, but let's fix that while we're at it, because that could be frustrating for players. So we'll go back to the hub world, and we should probably be marking this stuff down so I know that I've done it. So changed UI speed for planet UI, planet dialogue UI, changed arrow speed, lessened delay for player input. So instead of change speed, we'll say quickened quickened arrow speed for the planet dialogue UI. So it's faster, doesn't wait for the player as long. Also moved transform, or how about aligned transforms for options. So, and then here you can actually see this enemy is like just like placed there, which is a bad spot for it because it's gonna come and attack you. The reason why I put it there was to test something, because it drops a bomb. See, definitely drops bomb. Def is short for definite. Definitely drops a bomb. So I put it there because I wanted to know that the bombs worked. And it's helpful for me as a tester to like know that I can just go get a bomb there. But this enemy should probably not be there. So let's just turn it off. And we'll say bomb in parentheses, so we know. I'll remember that it has a bomb. I'll remember why I turned it off. Like, kind of a note for myself there. So yeah, let's save that. And I don't know if that's actually in 1.78, but I think it is. So let's say removed always bomb enemy from hub world overworld. Yeah. So we are doing little things here to make the game a little bit better. Alright, so that fixes that. The UI seems to be a little bit better now. Hold on a second. This thing is still pretty messed up. I'm not sure why though. Maybe the navigation arrow should be figured out here. And I think it's actually done in the player, which is in the build manager. So station, player, control, I think it's in this one. Let's take a look at the script. I feel like there's another one. I think there's like a whole nother script for it. Well, here's navigation arrows. Navigation arrows off. Sorry, I'm just chatting with Indiana Crones. So here we've got nav planet 1 false, nav arrow space station true, space station planet 1. So like it's, I don't know why it's not working sometimes. It's kind of a weird thing, right? There's like another menu, change planets, planet trigger. Yeah. So this is that script. Where is the script for... You know, I feel like it's in the menu. Let's look for that. Alright, so we've got the Canvas Galactic map. So there's the Galaxy map, which we don't actually use because there's only one galaxy. There's this Change Planet Sprites. Dreamy Bacon, welcome in. How you doing? What you been up to? How's the music coming? It's weird that all of these are set to none. Sun container, planet container. Zone map menu, zone menus, zone menu control. Maybe this is it. Just got home from work, chilling. Right on, right on. How was work? Vertical layout group. This stuff is kind of a mess. Somewhere in here is the script that I'm looking for. It might be this script. Let's take a look at this one. Zone menu control. Man, this is a big mess. Option 0 is to teleport to the planet. Okay. So where does it use the navigation stuff? Good slow work day. Spent most of the day working on CV Boy. Oh, that's cool. You can work while you're at work. I had a job like that once at a call center where we only got like 9 calls a day. And they let me bring my laptop and I could just work on games the whole day. And as long as I answered the phone those 9 times, until someone got in trouble for watching Netflix and not answering the calls. Which was dumb of them because everything's fucking recorded in those places. So like, if they're letting you watch Netflix, why would you screw that up just to like, oh, I can't pause it for this call. Like, you know, like, come on, just fucking pause it and take the call and get back to it. That way I could get back to making games, or I played a lot of Skyrim during that job. I remember my supervisor like came over to me while I was playing. And he just was like looking at me, and I paused it and I looked over at him and I was like, is everything cool? He's like, yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. You know, and I unpaused it and kept playing. and as soon as the call comes in, I would pause it and I would take the call, you know, and there was no problems. But someone ruined it for everyone. And then all I could do was read and draw. So I started reading a ton of books. And I got through a lot of books that way, actually, at call centers. Yeah, my boss is totally cool with it as long as the calls are getting in. Oh, you're a call center person also? Yeah, I did a call center, 2 different call center jobs. I was pretty good at them too. And honestly, I would say that the skills that I learned at the call centers have like come to help me in my like game development career as well. You bring your laptop in, it's not a typical call center job though. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you're working with, right? Like, the second call center job I had, you weren't even allowed to have your phone out because it was like a credit card processor. So they didn't want you like taking pictures or like taking notes of like credit card numbers or anything like that, you know, because they had an issue with that in the past, you know. So technically the rule was you were supposed to lock your phone in the file cabinet and you could only take it out during your breaks, and you had to leave the call center to take your breaks in the break room, and then you could use your phone in the break room. But everyone was pretty lenient. As long as you didn't pull it out in the call center, you could just keep it in your pocket, right? But if you got like a call or a text or something, you weren't allowed to check to see who it was or anything like that until your break. And you just had to be cool about that because they were fucking sticklers at the credit card processor. But yeah, the one that I had that was more relaxed was actually State Farm catastrophe claims. So lots of hail damage mostly is what it was. And a lot of the calls were coming from Oklahoma, which is funny because that's where I live now. A lot of hail damage, and yeah, lots of that. I do tech support for non-techie people. Yeah, that's kind of what my job was at the credit card processor. I was, because I worked for TSYS, who does a help desk for credit card terminals, right? So it's kind of a weird thing. They do the processing of the credit card terminals, but they don't make the credit card terminals. They make the software that runs on the credit card terminals. It's kind of a weird thing. So the banks, you know, who have the merchants working, or they have a partnership with the merchant. So the merchant like leases the equipment, the terminals, and then there's a phone number on the side. And if something goes wrong, then the person who's using the terminal would call the phone number and I'd answer the phone, right? So most, like 99% of those calls were like, did you try turning it off and turn it back on? And they'd be like, no. Like, well, could you give that a shot? And then they would, and then they'd be like, yeah, it's working. And then they'd hang up. But they didn't realize that every time that they called, that would cost like, you know, money, like $5 a call or whatever, that the merchant would have to pay, right? But yeah, it was like this big fucking thing with the credit card. This is like fine after fine after fine for the merchants. I felt really bad for them by the end of it. There's a wild Masharna in chat if you play the Pokemon game. Let's see. Option 1 is the teleport. So it says option 0 is to teleport, and then it undims the color, it changes the color to the dim color, and then option 0 available equals false. Any options available equals wait, so that's if teleport planet 1 unlock is true, and then this one is if it's false. Alright, so what happens when you select it then? Is that somewhere else here? Select option 0. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. If it's not arcade mode, check what planet the integer is on. This is planet 1. Actions on set teleport to planet 1. Okay, so wait, what about the navigate stuff? So that's just a teleport there. What about navigating? Maybe that's a different menu? Digging through old code is such a pain. It's definitely more fun to rewrite it, but it would probably take longer, maybe? I don't know at this point. I mean, this stuff took me years to make. So there's the zone menu decider. What's this one look like? Is that what we were just on? No, this is different. Where the hell is the navigation stuff? Let's take a look at it. Maybe if we like use the menu, it will be more apparent. Alright, so we shoot the menu to open it, right? And then we say navigate to planet. And it's not working. But as soon as we click it, it starts working. So something's not being turned on there. Navigate to planet 1. Wait. Galaxy map. And of course it's commented out. Navigate to planet menu. Okay, this must be it. So for some reason this isn't getting called. Maybe it's getting called too early? What happens if we put it here? Because it was like working sometimes and not all the time, so I'm thinking maybe it's like a race condition thing. Or like, depending on how quickly it's processing things. Like sometimes it happens faster, sometimes it happens slower, kind of thing, depending on what else it's processing. So maybe this fixes it, who knows. Alright, so we shoot. So there we go. And then so we're gonna navigate to planet. Hey, and now it's working. Look at that. Just by moving it. We should probably test it a few times. There's also a bug where it like hits the menu like multiple times. Well, it seems to be working for those planets. And look, it changed the thing when we were in the menu, so that's like an issue. Also, like the controls aren't relinquished. So you won't be able to shoot the menu if you're facing the wrong way. What the fuck? That was fucked up. It's acting real strange now. But at least the arrow's working. This weird thing's happening where it's like the controls are still working, but they're not. See that? And then you can teleport. Now it's just fucking broken. Oh, and now it's not. But it is. So the way that it works is it has like a an activation point when the player enters. But first like the player has to exit it in order for it to turn on. Right, so wow. It broke already. So if we go to the player, we're at the station control, station menu collider, unchecked. Station control is true, so therefore we can do that, but now it's broken. The station control is all of a sudden not true. That's really weird. It keeps turning off now. That's weird that the arrow is like just like kind of dragging behind the player, like, oh, it's pointing back at the space station. That makes sense. Sightfix, welcome in. How you doing? We're debugging this terrible menu. It's so buggy. Listen to it. I'm good, how about yourself? I'm doing good. Doing good. So let's take a look at what's going on here. So we've got this Corona thing. And I don't know, it's probably called Corona. So there's that. And then it's got a trigger. The dialogue trigger is nothing, which is weird. I don't hear a problem. Ah, you missed it. It was like bleep, 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 bleep. Because it kept accessing the menu over and over again. It has something to do with this script here. So let's try it again. And it might not be loud enough because of the music, but see how it's blinking there? And the shield just like blinked like a whole bunch of times. It's only supposed to happen once. And also the planet's changing there for no reason, which is weird. So look at this shit. What the fuck is going on here? It's stuck in the teleport menu all of a sudden. I have a great ear for this thing. Yeah, I mean, I made the game, so that's part of it. Also, the asteroids were on top of the text, which is kind of weird. Alright, so it's got to be something with this script here. So on enable, if the Corona integer equals 0, which is the space station, it does Corona 0 trigger activate and Corona 0 trigger deactivate. So that's fine. So when it starts, it's active. Clear flags. Deactivate. Okay. There's a Pokemon in chat. If anyone's trying to catch Pokemon. And then, let's see, on trigger enter 2D. If trigger is active. Man, I don't like these gaps. I don't know why those are there. So it's got a debug log. We could, if debugging is true, we could see how many times it happens. Oh shit, why did it do that? Oh, I hit A instead of up. Okay. Alright, so we leave and it activates. We enter. And it did a whole bunch of shit there. It ran and then expired. But it ran a whole bunch of times. Seagoat, welcome in. How you doing? Everyone should check out Seagoat, by the way. They do pixel art for games. Very cool person with a very cool stream. Give them a follow and see what they're doing next time they're live. But welcome in, Seagoat. How you doing today? What have you been up to? We're debugging a very buggy menu at the moment. And it's been buggy ever since I made it, to be honest. Thrown a trigger int, so if it equals 0, then what does it do? I guess it just does all this stuff, except for the ones that have numbers. Can leave delay. Check distance. Made new emotes. Might replace a few others while I'm at it. Cool. Looks like a penguin. A shocked penguin. Cool. Looking good. Yeah, all of your emotes look great. It's sorta a penguin. So this kind of sucks the player into the center of the hole once you get into the trigger, right? If it's not in the position, it lerps you in. And then if you are in position, if the player's not stopped, it makes the player stop. It turns off the explore control, and it turns off the particle thrusters. And then it says needs check equals true. Update if can leave allows you to leave. If exit merchant, which is weird because I don't even use the merchant anymore. It's a character from Disgaea that looks like Penguin. Okay, cool. Disgia? Is it Disgia? I think it's Disgia. Because the A and the E next to each other is like an E sound, right? Cyphex says, I made a clown emote recently. I saw that, Cyphex. Nice work. This guy, I gotcha. I thought you were talking this guy at first. This guy over here. If in zone distance equals that, so it figures out your distance, and if it's less than the close enough distance, it grabs the transform and puts it to the Corona transform position, and then can leave equals false. If in position equals true, or if not in position equals true. So at this point you're in the position, which is like the center of the Corona. And then if explore control thrust particles dot active self explore control thrust particles set active false. So it's saying if you're using the thruster, turn it off. All the buttons for the explore control are turned off. Explore control velocity is 0. It changes the rigid body to be true and then false. So this is a way of making sure that it's not moving anymore. That has no more force to it, apparently. All of this together kind of works as like a double, triple check kind of thing, or I guess more of a double check to make sure that it's not moving. I remember that it took me a while to figure that out, but it's apparently a workaround to turn is kinematic true on and then is kinematic off, is kinematic on and then is kinematic off as a way of stopping it in place and then letting it be affected by physics again. If space station Corona, deactivate Corona trigger, open merchant dialog. So I think this isn't happening soon enough is the problem. Because all of this other stuff is happening first. So maybe this just needs to be moved up. Let's just try bringing it to the top of this here. And maybe that will make it work better. I don't know. I feel like sometimes it works fine and then other times it doesn't. So like, I don't know. What's going on here? Oh, did we move it without the else statement? Whoops. Oops. Alright, let's try this. Hopefully I didn't screw up things too bad here. Alright. Let's try leaving. And going back. It's still doing it a whole bunch of times. Now it's doing it endlessly. Oh, it stopped. So this Corona trigger active needs to be like turned off somewhere in there. But it's happening right there. Maybe it needs to happen like as soon as you hit it. I don't know why. What does this do? Oops. What does this do? It just does that and clears the flags. So maybe it's because those flags aren't getting cleared? Yeah, it's turning it on and off again and again and again. See this? It's getting caught in a loop. And then finally it stops. But it can leave is still true, which shouldn't be. Man, it's so broken. There's a Mudsale in chat. A Mudsdale in chat. So it was like fucking with the distance thing there. Oh, we've got an ad starting soon. I'm gonna use this to take a little break, so I'll be back in just a second here. Everyone's floating on the BRB screen. I swear I fixed this. Come on, don't be like that. Anyways. So I kind of want to see what happens when I go to a planet now, considering I screwed with the script. But I'm probably just going to put it back the way it was because it feels more broken than it was, but it's obviously not fixed. So for some reason it only runs once on this one. I wonder if it has something to do with the settings on the Corona. So you take a look. 38, 38, 5, 10. $38, 5, 10. Also, Corona trigger is not active, but maybe that's because I'm in it. Oh, I need to click it here. So as soon as you leave, it becomes active. As soon as you get there, it's... So this one's working correctly. Why is the other one not working correctly? Although it is running a whole bunch of times here. If we clear it and do it again. Maybe we just don't see that it's happening a whole bunch because it's not told to do a bunch of things when it happens. Well, a lot of that is just checking the distance, so we don't really need this to... We don't really need to know that it's checking the distance. It's clearly doing a good job there. Yes, recompile the script. But now I gotta do this all again. It didn't explode that time. Also, it seems to be working fine now. Alright. It ran a bunch of times there. Uh-oh, did the stream end? What happened? All of a sudden my kilobytes per second like doubled. That's not good. It looks like it's still up, but there might have been a little bit of a hiccup there. All of a sudden OBS just like sent my bitrate through the ceiling. Yeah, there shouldn't be 156 messages. Allowed to teleport. Why is that running? Well, this should not say allowed. It should say can't. Also, why is there two can'ts? Like, that doesn't make any sense. From 2023. Oh, this is can. I see. Can and can't. That's not confusing at all. Alright, so that gets run, and then player explore can't shoot. So it turns off teleport, turns off shooting. And then it saves, which is weird. At some point it decides that it should save. And then teleport to station ran. So this seems to be what's getting ran a whole bunch of times. It's like it's getting ran for every frame that it's in the trigger. But that's not what I wanted. Because it's in the update. But it should only be happening once. But it's clearing those flags, and in those flags is well, what the fuck? At space station. Is that one of those flags? It is. Maybe we don't want to clear that flag? Because it keeps running those scripts. Or those functions.
Inconceivable!
Lot Lizard, welcome in.
Inconceivable!
How's your day going? What you up to? Looks like I might be playing some games with Indiana Crones tonight. It's still running a whole bunch of times here. Good one. Oh. You're welcome. So let's get rid of this. Go back to this. The magic whistle.
You'll put down your rock and I'll put down my sword and we'll try and kill each other like civilized people.
Have you ever seen that one?
Playtime is over!
The Princess Bride? That's one of my favorites. Playtime is over.
Hadouken!
So maybe this delay time is too short? What is the delay time set to? It's set to 0. Well, that's weird. Let's set it to 0.3 and see. Oh, I guess I didn't have to restart it. Hey, thanks for getting first and checking in, Lot Lizard. Appreciate that. Let's just set it to 1 and see what happens. It only ran once. Hype. I don't know what the first part is. FC26. Well, now it's running a whole bunch of times again. Oh, you know what? I changed the wrong one. This was at 0. I was on the wrong trigger. Let's try changing it to 1. I'm back, had a quick call from my booze, my boss. Well, I'm glad it wasn't your booze calling. That could be dangerous. Welcome back, Cyphex. It's still doing it. It's like doing it until the distance gets to 0. This is supposed to prevent it. Was this happening early? When does it get turned to true? Oh, here. Maybe this should be not doing that. You got sugar and salt, Lot Lizard. Also, you're pouring salt on the Game Boy? That can't be good. Now you got popcorn, some type of face, a crown, and gold. Gold! It's still doing it. Also, it's moving the player now. Now it's doing it indefinitely. It shouldn't be though, because the player stopped was true that whole time. I don't know, the whole thing's messy. It worked properly that time. Wait, it seems to be working properly again. See how long I can keep this up. That's 3 in a row. Oh, and there it goes, doing it again. Damn. It's intermittent as fuck. So weird. It's happening during the lerping, but it shouldn't be. So if the distance is less than the close enough distance, then it does all this. Otherwise, it runs check distance again. So can't we just not run this stuff there? And run it here instead? There's a pillow swine. I picture like a pillow shaped, or a pig shaped pillow. Rocco says, I always read it pile oh swine. Nice. Welcome in, Bracco. How you doing? How you been? Let me give Bracco a shout out here. Bracco is also a Unity game developer and pixel artist. So give them a follow and see what they've been up to. But yeah, we're trying to debug this glitchy ass menu. It's not really going great. I'm alright, good to see you. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Good to see you as well. That did not help at all. It shouldn't even need to do this. Let's put it back where it was. And then just comment it out, because it's not even supposed to have to do that. Like, if everything goes correctly, it should be doing that here. Haven't been streaming much, been moving house. Oh, cool. Well, that's exciting. I hope it's going well for you. I know moving's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's always nice to get a new location. I feel like. I've moved many times in my life. Hopefully, I'm here to stay. At least for, you know, the foreseeable future. It's still calling it a bunch of times here. Look how many times, like 106 times. Well, that's frustrating. It shouldn't be calling it there. Maybe this needs to be false. Can you collapse those debugs? See which ones are using which path? Like, it's being 106 from one route is different than one right route and 105 wrong routes. So it's getting stuck in a loop where it's calling all these scripts over and over again, or all these functions over and over again, when it's only supposed to happen once. So it's not like it's doing it 106 times, it's just that there's 106 debugs. So like, I think there's supposed to be 5 or 6 that it has, and it's like calling them over and over again. But I'm not sure what you mean by collapse them. I can make them go away, but I'm trying to figure out why it's happening every frame here. You mean in Unity, the console can collapse the entries. I'm not sure what you mean though. Like, oh, like this? I see what you mean. So yeah. I'm not sure if that helps though. Doesn't help me at all. Like if we try it again. You can see it's activating the trigger when it's not supposed to. So it's happening 30 to 38 times. But that doesn't help me. I know what's going on here. I just don't know how to fix it. For some reason, it's like, because it's like lerping the player. So the way this works is that there's a corona there, like this circle, right? So when you enter it, fuck, everything's all fucked up. When you enter it, it like sucks the player in. So if we pause it as it's happening, oh, I keep drifting. Alright, so we can see that it's drifting in, and then once it gets close enough, it's supposed to just happen once, right? And if we do it frame by frame, apparently it doesn't have any problem with that. Right, because now it's happening fine. Oh, now it did it again. It did it a second time. Yeah, I hear you. I've been dealing with a similar thing, and it helped me to cut out necessary calls by knowing where the calls are coming from. Well, I mean, I can see where they're coming from because I write in all of my debugs. I write where they're coming from, so that's not really an issue. But it happening 3 times isn't necessarily as bad. But I think that's because I had it paused. Yeah, that's not good. I feel like it's activating it again. Where is that happening? When it exits. Maybe because it's turning it off, it's exiting? Right? If you deactivate a trigger, then you exit the trigger, right? But so I've kind of like made my own boolean for it being active, right? So it shouldn't do this exit function if the corona trigger is not active. It should only happen when it's active. Well, that's the enter, but this is the exit one. So it shouldn't be reactivating it until it's active, which doesn't make sense, does it? I don't know, the logic behind this is all fucky. It's all fucked up. And you can see I tried to fix it in 2023. but a lot of this is old. I almost feel like I should just rewrite it somehow. Yeah, there's like redundancies and like doesn't make sense. What does this do? Yeah, this is part of the reason why I wanted to cut this part of the game, is because it's just so messy. Like, if I like completely rewrote it, I feel like it would be better. That would take like a fucking month. F12 will jump to the origin of whatever you have highlighted. The origin? I'm not sure what you mean. Alt F12 will pop up the snippet in the window. Okay, that's interesting, but I just use these little red lines. Like, if you Control F and paste it in there, you can see it on these little red lines. But I mean, thanks for that. I didn't know that stuff. Yeah, it just saves a couple button presses. Right on. I feel like I'm gonna have to like start that over and figure out. Helps me move around large code blocks quickly. Right on. I think I need to make a new script and do all the things that this one does, but do it correctly, which is kind of a pain. Why doesn't it just work right? Maybe instead of lerping, I should be using physics. I'm not even sure if the player uses 2D or 3D physics on this one. Alright, it looks like it's 2D. I don't know, maybe we'll just add some shit into this and see if maybe that can fix it. Testing. So if not testing, we'll do all of this stuff. And then, oops. So this is testing. Testing is true. So in this case, we want it to basically do some of the same shit here, right? So this can be used, but if the distance isn't close enough, this time we'll use a rigid body, right? And I don't think there is one in here. Player RB2D. Now, I haven't used a move function in forever. I don't even remember how to do it. I honestly can't remember what goes in here. Let me look it up. So let's see. Transform dot position plus input times time delta time and speed. So we don't need the input, so that can just be what, 1. So transform position is its own position. Let's just copy this for now. And then we've already got speed, so we can just use speed. And then we don't want the input, we want the no. I don't know what that's gonna do. It's not even gonna work, is it? Oh, it needs another thing. What is that doing? I think instead of M input, we want the final position. It's been so long since I messed with any of this stuff. So now it shouldn't be using the lerp, but it should move into position. Maybe I don't fucking know, honestly. It did not work. Oh, because it hasn't been assigned. Oh, that makes sense. So let's do that. And everything else should be fine. I think. Huh. So it's moving it somewhere. Oh, I'm not using the fixed updates, so that makes a difference. Well, it's starting to work, but it seems like it's turning it off or something. It's weird. None of this stuff should be occurring. I don't know, this is a mess now. It was a mess before, it hasn't gotten any cleaner. I'm just gonna get rid of this shit. Oops. No. Forget how to make things do the opposite of outdent. Where'd this shit go? Now I'm not even in the right script. God damn it. Shift tab. That's what I hit, but it didn't work. It like selected everything instead. Now I can't find the damn script I was working on. Cause I tried control tab and it went to another fucking script. Is it this one? No. Or was it? No. Yeah, I don't know why it did that. Too many fucking scripts up here. Here it is. Yeah, for some reason it selected everything. But apparently, wait, is this it? Because apparently it worked, but it still selected everything. That's weird. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the one with the asterisk. Yeah, I found it. Where does this happen? I've got a decent delay going on, unfortunately. Ah, sorry to hear that. Yeah, sometimes if you refresh it, that helps, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I fixed anything today. Well, on this script. This script is... I don't know, like I was saying before, I'm probably just gonna cut all this shit. Not because of one script, but because it's just like riddled with bugs. And tech debt from years ago. See if it even works anymore after all the things I've done to it. Well, it's back to what it was doing. But it worked in the end. Not like it's not working, it's just not working correctly. Well, this shit is pissing me off. Jeez. Anyways, I'm think I'm gonna cut this shit anyways. I can't fucking fix it. It would take redoing a whole bunch of shit. And maybe that's the answer, but I feel like getting the arcade mode to work is probably a better option for like the next update. And just kind of stripping this part out for a bit. And then maybe coming back to it with some new plans. I don't know. I think I'm onto something with the whole move thing, because I'm pretty sure I was able to do that somewhere with another script. Move gradually, maybe? So this is what I'm doing here. I'm taking the square magnitude of the target transform position subtracted by the transform position, right? Dot square magnitude. And then if the square magnitude is greater than the last square magnitude, then the transform position is equal to the target transform position. Start coroutine temporary ball gravity off delay. I'm not sure what that does exactly, but then it logs the last square magnitude, and then the velocity, if it's not stopped, if it should move, is set to the desired velocity, and that happens somewhere in here also. So it calculates the vector. Where does that happen? Somewhere else, apparently. I don't even know. The fuck is going on here? Okay, so I don't even know. I haven't looked at this in so long. It's just a fucking mess. The pinball piston gravity. Yeah. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'm just like looking at stuff now. All this stuff is like so old. So many scripts. I don't even know what this shit does anymore. Like most of it's commented pretty well, but there's just so much. It's like a fucking book. Like a long book. I swear there was like a script that I was using to like move stuff around that was like generic. Gotta be this move gradually one. I think if I repurpose this script to move the player into a position, that would work, and then I'd have to do all the other things that that script is doing to put the right menus up and all that shit. I don't know. let's see why the pinball mode or the pinball level is being played over and over again. So, and I'm pretty sure it's because you finished all the levels and then you get to the pinball level, and then the pinball level's set to play over and over again, because you should only be able to reach that through pinball mode. But at some point when you're playing arcade mode, you run out of levels and you get to the pinball mode. I have no idea what handles it. It's probably in the frickin' game manager, which is like sickeningly big. I don't know. It should be in like main scripts, game manager. The Sand Planet's last level takes you to level 11. I don't know, maybe that's not even that important to fix right now because you're literally playing through all the levels at that point, and I don't know. It's messy either way. We're probably gonna end pretty soon here, because I gotta eat some food before we stream with Indiana Crone. So I'll be jumping back on after I eat at 9:30 my time, so in 2 hours or so. But I do need to get some food in me between now and then, and I need to cook it, so that's gonna take like an hour or so. I'll spend about an hour eating, so that puts me at 2 hours. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. Hope you have a good meal. I appreciate that as well. kind of want to just like cheat my way through arcade mode and see what exactly is happening. So we've got the pinball, right? Then we've got the player, and we could just drag them up to the top. To come up with a debug menu to let me just like do this automatically. Oops. I don't even remember where the buttons are anymore, or what buttons do what. Yeah, it's weird that the main menu's switching between every one. Like, at the end of the level, you want to hit the right button to continue, but if you hit pause, you want to hit the left button to continue. It's kind of a little bit weird. I feel like they should be swapped. Got another ad starting soon. I'm gonna keep doing this through the ad break, and then I'll probably end the stream shortly after that, because there's not that many levels left at this point. Whoa, I died. Put the ball in a bad spot. The hell is the pinball? Oh, it's fucking parented. No! Don't send it down. Send it up. It didn't even have a chance to trigger. But it still worked. So after the sand levels, it goes to the green levels, which is interesting. Because, I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. But I'm not really sure where that happens here. Level unlock, probably. Okay, I see what happens here. So if it's in arcade mode, then it does these special things up until the last level. And then I think it just starts loading the next levels. Level ends. Oh, that's right, because there's like a demo mode. Okay, so yeah. Wait, bonus round death. Okay, here it just goes into load next scene, which is the build index +1. So it gets the active scene and then +1 to it. So that's why it's hitting pinball mode. But yeah, I think at this point it's time for me to end the stream and get some food in me. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Sorry it was kind of a messy delving into my old code stream and not really getting a whole lot done. We did get a few little things fixed, right? Like the UI for the planet scenes, or when you're like surfacing a planet, right? And I moved that enemy that was attacking the player when they spawned at at planet 2, and that's kind of about it. But it was only a 3-hour stream, so we didn't spend a whole lot of time. But yeah, we're gonna be back playing that new game. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. The hell is it called? Jump Space. We're gonna be playing some Jump Space with Indiana Crones, and that should be fun. Hopefully, it's the first time playing it, so. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'm not sure who we're gonna raid. I was looking at people. It's like Sarzak's playing ActRaiser 2. That would be a cool stream to raid. Yeah, let's raid Sarzak. I haven't raided them in a while. Alright everyone, thanks for hanging out. If you want to be part of the raid, you can grab the raid message. And Sarzak's a really cool person. They do a lot of retro streaming, and they've got a really cool community, so say hi to them. Use the raid message, the top one if you're sub, the bottom one if you're not. And yeah, but thanks again everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, I'll be back on in about a couple hours here to play with Indiana Crones in Jump Space. It'd be fun. But yep, see you later. Bye.
Hey, good to see you too. How are you? Good shouties for JV and Ark, please. What is up, guys? How are y'all?
We're being attacked.
And we're being attacked. We're being raided by Rick. Rick, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, I'm Starzak. I'm Retro VTuber. We're playing ActRaiser 2 on the Super Nintendo. Let's get a big shout out for Rick. Rick, how was your stream? What were you doing? Were you doing more work on your Game Boy Color project, or were you doing something else? Everyone, please check out Rick. Rick's a cool streamer friend. We met a while back from Infinite Metal. Really great guy. Has been working on a Game Boy Color, original Game Boy Color game for a while now. It's always really cool to watch those streams when Rick's working on the stuff, because it really gives you an appreciation for, like, you know, what goes into these kind of games and everything. Yeah, Rick, what were you up to? Working on a Shmup Pinball Unity.
Thank you.
Game Boy Color game is pretty much done. Oh, how will we be able to? How will we be able to play it? Like, is it going to be posted? Like, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be posted somewhere. But tell us, since it's almost done, tell us how we'll be able to get it and play it and everything. And JB, hey, thank you for the 3-month subscription. Thank you for the 3-month resub. Thank you very much, JB. Really appreciate that. Let's get you a big shout out too. Thank you very much, friend. That means a lot to me, especially with your Prime. You know, of all the streamers you could use that on, you used it on me, and I appreciate that a lot. I'm gonna get a big shout out for JB as soon as that thing's up. Yeah, I want to play the game, Rick, when it's finished.